Hi guys, my name is Daryl, and today I'd like to show you the exercises that are in volume 11 of Vince Gironda's Master Series. Now if you've been following along in my book Invincible, this is on page 367. If you don't have a copy of Invincible and like to get one, you can go to my website at www.darylkennard.com, or you can go on amazon.com, pick up one there. But I sell the PDF version and the softcover version off my website. So now I'd like to show you the exercises that are in volume 11. Now guys, I want to show you the tricep compound pullover and press. You're going to use a flat bench, use a barbell, you're going to lie back, put your feet on your bench. You're going to grab the bar just a little bit inside the shoulder width. You're going to start with the bar on your chest, then you're going to bring the bar over your head. Get the stretch here, keep the elbows close to the body. You're going to bring the bar over your face, and then get to the chest, sweep the elbows out. Then you're going to press up about 70 degrees towards your feet, come back down, bring your elbows back in, then go overhead, stretch, back over the face, flare the elbows, exhale, press about 70 degrees, come back down, elbows in, sweep over the head, back over the face, back to the chest, exhale, press out. That's phase one. Phase two, bring it back over your head, take it here, you're gonna come here, and then you're gonna extend the arms, come back, overhead, the elbow is gonna come up, here, and then you extend arm's length, come back down, elbows lead the way, then extend, come back in, overhead, over the face, elbows lock in position, and extend, then come back down, and extend, inhale, and exhale. Third position, bring the bar down toward the neck, and then exhale, and press up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. The key points on this one is there's three phases. The first one, you're just gonna go overhead, over the chest, and then press out 70 degrees towards your feet. Second position, you're gonna come over, elbows are gonna come up, you're gonna lock that position on your elbows, and extend the arms about 70 degrees towards your feet. Third position, bring the bar down towards your neck, and then press it up. And that is the tricep compound pullover and press. So now I'm going to show you the lunging tricep overhead rope extension. So here I'm using just a giant rope, and you want to place it up so it's about 6 feet high. And you're going to walk out. You're going to keep the back leg secure. You're going to take your right leg and step up, and then you're going to lunge into the position here. So that's the important piece right here. So you're lunging into the exercise. And as you kind of hit the ground, that's when you want to go ahead and extend your arms. You're going to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So as you land, that's when you want to extend. Bring your knuckles together, behind your head, exhale, extend. Inhale, exhale. So as you land, that's when you extend. Inhale, exhale. So the key points to this one, you want to make sure that you have a cable that's about 6 feet high. You want to use a long rope. You want to step out about 6 or 7 feet out away from the column, and then you want to keep that back leg back so it's secure. And then as you are going into it, you're going to lunge, and then you lay on the contraction. So guys, that is the lunging tricep overhead rope extension. So guys, now I want to show you the diametric bar preacher curl. So you want to use a bar like this where it has all these little bumps in it. And so for this particular exercise, you want to slide your hands all the way down to the furthest bump so that your pinkies are just a little bit higher than your thumbs. So this is important because when you do that, it pulls your elbows in. When you come like this, you can bring your elbows out further like this, but we don't want that, so we want to keep your elbows in tight like this, and that's what you want. So that's the position. Then you're going to go into a preacher bench. Then you're going to drop your elbows just at the top, about 3 inches from the top. And then we're going to put one leg forward, one leg is back. And you're going to come down. You want to roll the bar down the fingertips. Then we're going to curl the bar up, and we're going to lock the wrists nice and tight here. And then you're going to exhale, and you're going to curl the bar right underneath your chin. Then come back, you inhale. Then you release. Let the bar roll down the fingertips. Curl back up the fingertips. Totally lock the wrist into contraction, and then exhale and pull right up. Inhale as you go down. Then right here, let it roll down. Curl, lock, and then finish. And you inhale, exhale, and then curl. And you sort of lean into it. And then when you are going down, especially when you're using pretty good weight, you want to go back so I kind of separate, so you almost lean back like this. And that way you get a really good stretch on the bicep. Roll the bar down the fingertips, curl, and then finish. Then inhale, roll, curl, lock it in, and then finish. Now you also want to keep the elbows in close. You don't want the elbows out wide here, it just won't work as well. Get those elbows in, and then go down, you roll down, curl up, finish it. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lean back, stretch, exhale. Now when you do it right, as you come in, the bumps that are on the diametric bar will land perfectly on your upper body. So your chin will go underneath the bump, and then the other bumps will be right on your shoulders. So it'll be a perfect position for your head to work through. Here, exhale. And then release. So there you have it, guys. That is the diametric bar preacher curl. Now I want to show you the barbell drag curl. You want to use a straight bar. You want your thumbs on the same side as your fingers. Bring your heels together, toes up. Now guys, I'm going to show you the triple compound incline curl. Toward the bar, keep your elbows in close to your body. So we want to drag the bar all the way up the body, all the way up to the neck, then back down. And here you can lean back just a little bit. You can look up to the ceiling, get a little more stretch on the biceps. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. So it looks like in the front. You're going to lean back just a little bit. Get the stretch in the biceps. Exhale. Drag the bar along the body. Inhale. So the key point on this one is really keeping the bar close to the body and dragging it all the way up, and then all the way down nice and slow. So you're doing about 2 seconds on the concentric contraction, 4 seconds on the eccentric contraction. And guys, that is the barbell body drag curl. Now guys, I'm going to show you the triple compound incline curl. So you want to be on a bench that's 45 degrees. You want to lie back. And you want to cross, you can either cross your legs, that's Vince style, because you don't want as you're coming up with the dumbbell, you don't want the dumbbell to hit the leg, so it keeps the path clear. So that's the way I like to do it. Or you can just keep your legs close, and that way that'll work as well. But I like to keep it as close as the way Vince did it as possible, so that I keep my legs crossed just like Vince. And so you want to keep your chin down on your chest. The first phase is you're going to come up, you're going to curl the dumbbell up so that the bell hits the deltoid. Then you come back down. As this dumbbell is coming down, the other dumbbell is coming back up. Coming down, looking at the bicep as you are curling. So you see I'm kind of leaning over to one side. As one dumbbell comes up, the other is going down. That's phase one. Phase two, both dumbbells are going to come up, starting down below. Exhale. Inhale. You want to look up. That'll stretch the biceps when you look up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now you hold them up. Phase three, you're going to drop one hand down, come all the way back up, and then the other hand goes down. Come all the way up, down. So the key point on this, guys, is just going slow, controlled, and that you really want to focus on the contraction of the biceps. So when you're doing phase one, you're leaning into it. You're going to touch the dumbbell to the deltoid, and really you want to turn and kind of lean to that side so you can really get as much contraction on the bicep as possible. Phase two, as you're bringing the dumbbells down, you want to look up to the ceiling. That's just going to give you a little bit more stretch on the bicep. Then you're going to bring your chin down as you curl, bring the chin back down onto your chest. Phase three, you're going to hold both dumbbells up. So you're going to look down at the bicep as you're going down and curling up. Lean over to the other side. Do the same thing. This is one of my favorite bicep compounds, and it's just fun to do. And guys, that is the triple compound incline curl. Now guys, I'm going to show you the barbell 2-count wrist curl. So you want to be on a flat bench, so you're straddling it. You want to just grab a straight bar. Now we're going to come off the knees, and the bar is actually going to rest on the bench. Your fingertips are going to be extended. Now you're going to roll the bar up, the fingers, and then contract, lean into it, and you're going to hold for 2 seconds. So it'll be 1 1,000, 2 1,000, and then you release slowly, coming back down, completely release. Exhale, curl back up. First you're going to roll up the fingertips, then cock the wrist, lean into it. 1 1,000, 2 1,000. Then you release, coming all the way back down. Exhale. 1 1,000, 2 1,000. And you roll down. Exhale. We're going to lean into it. Contract. 1 1,000, 2 1,000. When you come back, you can lean back a little bit to get the stretch here. Then you exhale. Lean. 1 1,000, 2 1,000. Then release. So this one, the key point is really holding that contraction for 2 seconds. And then you want to go all the way down and make sure that you roll the bar down the fingertips. And then you come back up. That's important. So you want to cock the wrist as you're coming in to that final stage of the contraction. And guys, that is the barbell 2-count wrist curl. Now guys, I'm going to show you the reverse preacher curl. And again, here we're going to use the diametric bar again. This time what you want to do is you want to grab the bar so that your thumbs are now higher than your pinkies. So when we do the bicep curl, the thumb is on the same side as the fingers. When you do forearm work, especially doing reverse work, your thumbs are going to be on the opposite side so that you can really isolate the brachioradialis. Well, position yourself so that your elbow is about 3 inches from the top. Same position as the barbell preacher curl with one foot forward and the other foot's back. You're going to start with your arms down, straight down. So I'm kind of leaning back now, getting a tremendous stretch on the forearms. And then you're going to curl up, and you're only going to go about 3/5 movement. So you're not going to come all the way up to your neck. And so you're going to come up, you're going to hold 1 1,000, 2 1,000, back down. Come up. 1 1,000, 2 1,000. 1 1,000, 2 1,000. 1 1,000, 2 1,000. Exhale. 1 1,000, 2 1,000. 1 1,000, 2 1,000. 1 1,000, 2 1,000. So the key points here are to make sure that your arms are extended and you come up. You're going to do 3/5 of movement. So you're not coming all the way up under your chin like we do on the preacher barbell curl. You're just going to stay into that 3/5 spot because you're really going to isolate the brachioradialis. It's going to burn like crazy, especially when you have a lot of weight. I'm not even using any weight, and I can still feel it. But if I were to crank up the weight on this, and you're just, you're going to really find that you're going to need that leverage point by leaning back a little bit, getting into it, because your forearms are really strong, and you can do a lot of weight, and so you can really develop a lot of power through this exercise. That's why you don't have to go so far with it. So as you're extended and then you come up, you're totally activating that muscle group, and so you're totally activating the brachioradialis, and you're really going to pump it. And man, your arms will get huge off this one. You'll develop really big forearms from doing this one. This is actually one of Larry Scott's favorite exercises. And guys, that is the barbell reverse preacher curl. Now guys, I'm going to show you the flat bench neck press. I've demonstrated this exercise many times on the Smith machine. Now I'll be demonstrating on just the free weight Olympic bench setup. You're going to cross your legs. You want to slide down far enough away from the hooks so that you don't get caught up in them. And then you're going to press up. And then come all the way down, elbows out wide, come all the way down to the neckline. Elbows are going to be flared out here. And then exhale, go straight up. Come back down, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So the key point to the neck press is just keeping the elbows out wide here. You don't want the elbows in down here. That's going to put more stress on your deltoid and your triceps. When your elbows are flared out and you come down toward the neck, it really puts more emphasis on your pectorals. There's a lot of controversy with this one. Every time I post these exercises, I always get ripped apart. Guys will always, all the bro science guys jump in and start saying, oh man, that's going to rip out your shoulders. It's a stupid exercise. I've been doing it. I tore my shoulder. I did all this or whatever. If the exercise does not work for you, if it feels uncomfortable, if any of these exercises feel uncomfortable, then don't do them. I mean, it's that simple. If they don't work for you, then don't do it. But just because they don't work for you doesn't mean they're not going to work for somebody else. I've been doing these exercises over 30 years, and I have never had any issues. I can load up the bar pretty well. I know what I can handle. I'm not stupid and going to try to crank way too much weight. I do something that you can manage because I'm all about trying to feel the contraction, work with the exercise, and I have never had any issues. So I can do a neck press every day if I had to, with no problem. Again, with the Gironda dips, all these things, all these exercises that I show you, again, I'm just demonstrating the exercises. If they don't work for you, then don't do them. Stop wasting time coming on my page and tell me how bad these exercises are. Because I'm not going to demonstrate exercises that are going to hurt myself, but these are the exercises that I learned from Vince and Larry Scott. And if you want to do these exercises, this is how you do them. Again, I am not, saying that this is the only exercise that you could do for chest or whatever. I'm just demonstrating these exercises, teaching you the correct way of doing them. And if they hurt you in any way, then don't do it. That's what Vince would tell me to do. He said, if the exercise hurts, then stop doing it and do something else. It's very simple. And that's what it's all about. I mean, not everybody's the same. Everybody's got different, a whole different makeup. But again, they work great for me, and I do them. And this is an exercise that once you master it, you're going to get unbelievable growth in your chest. It's a great exercise. And guys, that is the barbell neck press. All right, now guys, I'm going to show you the wide barbell bent over row. Now this, you want to use a bench. Grab the bar, put your head on the bench so you support your back. You're going to go out wide here, about the same hand position as the neck press. And you're just going to come up, squeeze, touch the mid sternum line. Contract, inhale, exhale. The key points here, you always want to keep your head on the bench. Don't come up for any reason. Sometimes when it's heavy weight, you might pull up like this. Try to avoid that. You want to try to keep your head down on the bench at all times. You want to get the stretch. Really focus on the contraction as you're coming up. Really pull the scapulas in and hold that contraction 1 to 2 seconds at the top. Slowly come back down. This is a great exercise, but again, you have to do it correctly. You don't want to come off that pad. You don't want to use a lot of momentum. So it's all about control. Again, it's about 2 seconds on the concentric contraction, 4 seconds on the eccentric contraction, and then you're going to hold that peak contraction for 2 seconds. And guys, that is the wide grip barbell row. Now guys, this is the Gironda Dip. I'm going to be using the Larry Scott dip stand. So you're just going to jump up here, elbows out wide, and keep your feet down in the crescent position so that your feet are below your chin, toes are pointed, chin is on your chest. You're going to stretch, 2 bounces, 1, 2. Exhale, come all the way up. Don't fully lock the arms. Come back down. Inhale, 1, 2 on the bounce. Contract. Inhale. 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2. Drop down. Stretch. 1, 2. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale all the way up. So the key points here, you want to create that crescent position so your toes are pointing. Chin is on your chest at all times. You want to flare the elbows out. Get that stretch on the pectorals. You're going to do 2 small bounces at the bottom. 1, 2. Then push up. Exhale. Don't fully lock out the arms. You want to go up about 3/4 of the way up. Go up, hold that position, 1 to 2 seconds. Come down slow, back into that starting position. Guys, that is the Gironda Dip. Now guys, I want to show you the barbell Scott press. In past videos, I've demonstrated the Scott dumbbell press, where we hold the dumbbells and we snap the elbows back, and we work that 3/5 movement to really get the isolation on the deltoids. Now I'm going to show you the Scott press using the barbell. You'll bring the bar to the about mid-pectoral, and then as you press up, you're going to flare the elbows back. We're not fully extending the arms here. So as you come up, you're doing the same motion as the dumbbell. You're rotating the arms. So the secret here is when you're pushing up, you gotta get the elbows back, same as the dumbbell Scott press, And you're shifting your hands on the bar a little bit. So you have to kind of get the feel of it. Go really light to begin with, because once you get this exercise down, it might be one of your favorite shoulder exercises, because you're coming up and you're just going to transfer just a little bit, so you're getting that sweep of the elbow back, just like we do with the dumbbell. But with the barbell, it just hits it a little differently, because the bar is directly coming up over your head, whereas the dumbbells are to the side. So both methods are great. This is just another way of doing it with the barbell. And you don't need a lot of weight. And once you start getting into it, man, your shoulders will blow up. It's a great exercise. So you're not going all the way up into full extension. That's very important. So you're just coming into that almost, again, that 3/5 movement that we would do with the dumbbells, but used in the barbell. So it's just a really powerful exercise, and you'll really develop some good shoulders with this one. And guys, that is the barbell squat press. Okay, now guys, I'm going to show you the seated lateral raise. Now this one, you want to get off the edge of the bench so you can have clearance so that the dumbbells can touch underneath your legs. You want to lean forward, and as you begin to sit up, you're going to start to pull, and then you come back down. So the pinkies will be a little bit higher than the thumbs. As you hit the top position, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So the key point here is to get this lean forward, because when you lean like this, you're going to start to stretch the shoulders. And then as you come up, it starts to engage right here, and then it goes up, and then you put the full focus onto your lateral deltoid. A lot of controversy on this one, because you're turning your pinky higher than your thumb. You go online, you're going to see all the bro science guys out there talking about, the external rotation, how that's terrible for your shoulder, and it's going to rip up your joints and anything like this. It's one of those exercises that, if it hurts, don't do it. Find another alternative. But I've been doing it this way for over 30 some odd years. It's what I learned from Vince. It works great for me. And again, I'm just demonstrating the exercise that I learned from Vince. If any of these exercises go against what your own philosophy is, or if they hurt you in any way, then just don't do it. That's the bottom line. But personally, I've never had any issues at all performing any of these exercises, and I have had no injuries. So guys, that is the seated lateral raise. Hi guys, now I want to demonstrate the Dellinger Squat. Unfortunately, this is one exercise that I can no longer perform as perfect as I would like. The idea of this exercise is to keep your back straight, and then you elevate your heels on a 2x4, keep your back straight, and you come all the way down. But unfortunately, I can't do this one as it's supposed to be done. I broke my leg a couple years ago skiing, and it's much better, but this is one particular exercise that I can no longer do because of the way my knee has been reconstructed and so on. It just doesn't allow me to get to the same position that I used to be able to do on this exercise before the injury. So I will demonstrate it as best I can. But again, I do apologize. I'm not going to be able to execute it as perfect as Vince would have liked it, as I would like it. But I think if you get the idea, if you don't have any issues, then hopefully by me just talking about it will help you get this exercise down enough so that you can do it. But again, I do apologize. The way I'm going to demonstrate it, again, is not the correct form. It's partial the form of how this exercise would be done, but the idea is correct. So again, I do apologize, but I'm doing the best I can. Okay, so we're going to go on a 2x4. You're going to elevate your heels. You're going to bring the bar to the front of your shoulders, And now, when you squat, you want to keep your back straight and you'd get down into a low position. I can't get down that low, so just bear with me. So we're going to go down. Right about there is all I got. And then as you come up, you're going to thrust your hips forward so that by the time you're at the end of the exercise, your hips are in front of you. And so then you come back down. And you're thrusting. You come back down, straight back. Then come back down. And keep the hips out in front. So the key here is that you want to keep the back straight and you want to get down a lot lower than what I'm doing. So I'm down, I'm only getting down partially. But you want to get down, and then as you come up, you're thrusting your hips, keeping the entire isolation of the exercise on the front side of your thighs, working those quads. And you come up so that when you're at the finished position, your hips will be in front of your shoulders. It's very similar to the burlesque bump in the sissy squat, where you'd go down, you thrust your hips up, and then you come back down, then thrust up. So it's very similar, except for this, keeping the back straight, going down, getting to that end point, and then as you come up, you thrust your hips forward. Let's see if I can do it again, a little bit better this time. So you're gonna go down, keep the back, try to keep the back straight. Guys, I do apologize. I know it probably looks awful. But anyway, that's the idea, is that you want to keep the back straight and get down and then get that power drive with the hips coming forward, and then you end up with all the weight in the front. And again, it used to be one of my favorite exercises. I'm still working on it. This one I cannot do a lot of, and I can't do a lot of weight, but I've been working on it. It just puts way too much stress on my injured leg. Ever since it's been reconstructed, I haven't been able to do a lot of my favorite leg exercises. So I've had to modify things and sort of create new ways of working my legs. But if I can, I'll do this. Even doing it partially, I still feel that I'm doing something. So again, I do apologize. Not the greatest demonstration on this one, but the idea, you're going to put your heels on the 2x4, keep your back nice and straight, drop down, and then as you come up, thrust your hips forward, putting all your emphasis onto the front side of your legs, really working those quadriceps so that when you're at the end point, your hips will be in front of you. So there you have it, guys. It was rough, but that is the Dellinger Squat. So now, guys, I want to show you the prone push-up leg curl. So you're going to start down so that you contour to the pads, and then as you begin to curl up, you're actually going to push your body up. Contract, and then come back down. Exhale. Arms go straight. Inhale. So on this one, what you're doing is you're kind of contouring to the pad. So different machines might have a different contour of the pad. So sometimes they're flat straight out. You can still do the same thing. This one's nice because it has a little bit of an angle to it so that you can really contour your body on it. And then as you come up, you can really push up and get a really deep contraction on the hamstrings. And guys, that is the prone push-up leg curl. Okay, now guys, we're going to do a seated calf raise. pretty simple, but you're gonna do all your calf work either with really, really soft shoes like moccasins or something like that, or barefoot. Vince always told us to do it barefoot, so I always do it barefoot. So you're gonna go on the toes here. You're gonna go down, and you wanna get a really deep stretch to the calf. And then as you come up, you're gonna lean forward into it and go all the way up onto the tops, all the way up to on your toes, come back down. Now when you go up, you wanna pull your heels in so that you're going up onto the big toe. So you exhale, put all your pressure onto your big toe as you come up to the peak contraction, come back down. Exhale, pull your heels in, and then release, go down, stretch, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. So pretty simple. The key point here, just to make it a little bit different as you're coming up, you want to pull your heels in and go up onto your big toe and hold that for 1 to 2 seconds, and then release, come back down. Guys, that is the seated calf raise. Now, guys, I'd like to show you the standing calf raise, and I'll be doing it on the Smith machine. So you want to get yourself a calf block. You step on the block, release the weight. You go up on your toes. Now when you drop down, go all the way down for the stretch. As you come up, you're going to pull the heels in, try to touch the heels together, go all the way up onto the big toe, and then come back down. Stretch, exhale, go all the way up, turning your heels in, going up onto the big toe, and then come back down. Exhale, get all the way up onto the big toe, then come back down. Exhale, inhale, exhale, and then down. So the key points here, make sure you get a really deep stretch, come all the way up. As you're coming up, you're gonna pull the heels in so you end up peak contraction on the big toes, and that's important. So you're going up, bringing your heels in, and then as you come down, you separate the heels so they come back into that neutral position again, get the stretch and come all the way back up, go all the way up onto your big toe, and then hold that for 1 to 2 seconds, come down nice and slow. Guys, that is the standing calf raise. So now, guys, I want to show you a flushing set that you would do at the end of the calf compound series. And this is the alternating calf raise. So you're going to go into so you're going to step onto the calf block. So you're going to go one heel down, you're going to be up on your toe of the other foot, then you go all the way up into peak contraction, come down. And so you're alternating back and forth, going up and down, getting a good stretch here. So they both meet up at the top, and then they release. One releases at the bottom as you alternate. So this is a great way to sort of finish the triple compound series for the calves, and it's called the alternating calf raise. So there you have it, guys. Those are the exercises that are in volume 11. If you have any questions, or like to learn more about my books, Invincible or Convinced, or learn about my programs and what else I offer. So there, guys, those are the exercises that are in volume 11 of Vince Jones. So there you guys. So there you go, guys. So there you go, guys. Those are the exercises that are in volume 11 of Vince Gironda's Master Series. Now, if you have any questions, or like to learn more about my books, Invincible or Convinced, or learn about my other programs that I offer, you can check out my website at www.darylconrad.com. I want to thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Take care.